What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, where today we have another episode of Fresno State's Dynasty, and immediately we're going to get started. We're going to look at our recruiting board. We see here that we got locked out by a couple of guys, so we're going to go ahead and remove them because, you know, there's no point in keeping them on here. They're going to keep us locked out, so we're going to focus our efforts elsewhere and look at some of the other prospects going around. We have some potential here. There are a couple guys that are really top ranked that are looking at us, so we added a couple there and immediately get into our game versus New Mexico State. Now, we are 1-1 after dropping to Michigan by a absolute horror show of 90-20, and then beating an FCS school. So we really need to win this game and, you know, take advantage of the 12 team college football playoff as we decide to return it there. Don't get any big gain, but we're back. Mikey Keene hands the ball off to Malik Sherrod, who only goes for about one. Next play, he's dropping back. We're looking. We manage to find Delana, who captures the ball and gets a big gain. Sherrod on 1st and 10, gaining a couple of yards, about 5, and he gets the ball again and gets another first down. So now we're looking pretty good here. We're we're taking advantage of what the defense gets us, as Mikey Keene rolls out, is unable to find a receiver there and throws it away. So now 2nd and 10, we have a quarterback spy on us. We love to, roll out of the pocket and see what we can do. It's a big issue for us, honestly, as we are unable to find our receiver there, and it becomes 4th and 10. We end up having to punt the ball, and New Mexico State gets on the field, gaining 3 on their first play. Very next play, they manage to find a screen and block both of our defenders there, so they gain a first down and find their receiver over the middle for another big gain. Next play, they have a jet toss, and he probably could have gained a lot more if he would have just, cut upfield. But we're not going to, complain too much as they gain a big gain on first down and do the jet sweep once again to another same guy, hand the ball off. 3rd and 1, we're looking to make a stop here, and we're there. He jukes us out. You saw us. We were there. 4th and inches now. We're trying to get our defense there, and we do manage to get that stop. So now Bulldogs with the ball. 1st and 10, Malik Sherrod trying to bump to the outside, trying to juke him out. Sherrod gains about 12 yards. So we give him back to him. Only manages to gain 1 on the very next play. Play action. We find a receiver wide open, Jalen Moss, going over on the right side for a big gain. Looking for a touchdown here. We think we find a hole there with Sherrod, but are unable to do so. He only gains about 4. And Beecham on the very next play gets that big first down for us. So now the Bulldogs are rolling. Malik Sherrod going right up the middle, gaining about 6. 2nd and goal. Trying to go back to him. We probably could have gotten in if we would have just kept going over to the left side. But, 3rd and goal. Very next play, Beecham. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And we almost flopped the extra point there. But we go up 7-0. We're looking good early. So now we're looking to make a stop here, as again, number 17 is just rumbling, bumbling, stumbling through all of our defenders, and we're just unable to stop any of the running game. Their quarterback decides to do I can't even think of the name right now. He takes the ball himself, and on the very next play finds his open receiver, who gets a big gain going down the sideline. So now they're 1st and goal, and we give up a big play. Defense is not our strong suit. I've always said that. I can score the ball offensively for the most part, but defensively we struggle, and that's going to be a big thing for us if we want to continue to win football games here. So next, we get 3rd and 6 after Mikey Keene is unable to get out to his receiver, and our first big mistake there. Didn't see the defender. We decide to throw the ball, and it gets picked. So now New Mexico State in the red zone, looking great on field position. We have to hold strong and stop them. 3rd and 8. I got everything covered. New Mexico State ends up throwing the ball away and settling for a field goal to go up 10-7. It could have been a lot worse. It should have been a lot worse, but we take what we are given. And so now Mikey Keene finding Sharp after a false start play to push us back 5 yards. So we get 14 back there, and Malik Sherrod finishes it off with that first down. I don't know why we have a tight end on the Jets touch pass, but he goes for 6 yards, so we're not going to complain about it. And then we're going to get to the outside with Arsenal. I can't even pronounce that dude's name, but he is fast. He's getting into the outside for us. He's getting big gains for us, and we're looking to try and find somebody here. Boost, same tight end as we go to the end of the first quarter, going down 10-7. Deuce Hogan, 93 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Mikey Keene, 82 pass yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not too bad, but we can do a lot better. As next up, we have 4th and inches. We decide to try and go to the outside. Jalen Moss manages to get to the outside, just barely escaping the defender, and we get a first down. So we're still looking good and unable to get it off there. We thought we were going to get sacked, so we threw it away, and it ends up going unintentional grounding. So we lose about 14 yards on the play. But Malik Sherrod on the Texas route, very next play, going for 23. So we think we're going to give it back to him. He's going to go up for a first down, and we're knocking on the end zone in the second quarter. And throwback to that Michigan game in real life last week where, we threw that same screen and they returned it to the house. Thankfully, this time they do not do so, and we managed to get a jet touch pass for a touchdown and just barely get in the extra point there, right off the left upright into the back of the net. I think that I had it there. I tried to press triangle. It was not happening, clearly. They get a big first down there to basically go into our field territory. 2nd and 1. They hand the ball off. He's trucking dudes. He's going to go down to about the 23-yard line, knocking on the red zone. Next, I get stuck on a corner, not something that I want to get stuck on. So thankfully, they don't manage to get a big play there because I feel like that could have gone bad. So 3rd and 10, we're still looking to stop them, and thankfully we do. We think we could block it here. We almost get there. It's slightly close, but they manage to make the field goal, and they go down by only 1. So now, very next play, Boost is right in front of his defender. I was kind of scared that they were going to try and, intercept that, but thankfully Boost stays in front of him, and we get a big gain on our own 44-yard line. Mikey Keene can't find anybody, decides to step up, loses about 6 yards. But the very next play doesn't matter because Magdalena is there. He is our security blanket for big plays. We have R1 wide open. I recognized it after the play. I just didn't have enough time. And, on the very next play, they throw pressure at us. Incomplete pass. So now Mikey Keene looking, and we have a guy wide open there, and he just is unable to catch it, and we miss the field goal. It's going to be the story of this season. That is probably going to cost us a game at some point, I'm sure. And I switched on to the user because I'm an idiot, and allow a very big touchdown pass on the very next play. So, it is what it is. So now we're looking to bounce back. Magdalena going to the outside after another false start penalty to get 11 yards. Malik Sherrod bouncing off guys to gain a big first down. We're trying to score before the half to see if we can take the lead here. Get us a better position going into half and give us a little more confidence, especially because we are playing at home. And again, I do way too much scrambling outside of the pocket. Mikey Keene unable to get there. But very next play, he decides to scramble this time, gains a big big first down, almost 30 yards on the ground. So we hand it back to Sherrod. See if we can run off a little bit of clock here while also trying to get, a touchdown. Unable to find our receiver there as they are applying a ton of pressure to us. And we go to the 2-minute warning. Now, we're struggling a little bit. It was 4th and 4. We decided to go for it, find Sherrod over the middle. He goes to the outside, gets a first down. So we decide to reward him, give it back to him, and see what he can do with it. He gets a gain of 9. He goes within the 10-yard line, and we think we can get there. Mikey Keene misthrows that. That should have been a touchdown, but it doesn't matter on the very next play. Arsenal, another touchdown for him. That's our go-to down here. It's been very good to us, so we decide to do it again, go up by 1. As you see there, the military, bouncing, doing push-ups, and we could really use a stop here. We don't want to give up anything big before halftime, so we need to make sure that we give a stop here. As we get the sack, we decide, hopefully we can get the ball back. They decide to get a timeout. We get another sack, and I had 3 timeouts. Instead of using them, I didn't. I don't know why. I could have. I had 3 timeouts. My brain farted at that moment. Big mistake by me. Potentially could cost us in the end. As you see here, 211 to 201 passing yards, couple of touchdowns each. So everybody's looking pretty decent here. We haven't forced a turnover from New Mexico State yet, but we have stopped them a couple of times on 3rd and 4th down. Thankfully, it hasn't mattered. As you see here, they decide to go with a screen, gain about 6 on it. And I don't even know what I was looking at there. I know my receiver is there. I know that's the guy that I should be guarding, but I don't look at him, and, they gain a big first down there. So next play, find their same receiver, that same type of zone, get 6 yards. They're lucky we didn't intercept that because I felt like we had a really good play on it. And once again, our corners are playing off, so we can't find anything. So now, 1st and 10, next play, nobody over on that right side, and they managed to punch the ball in for a touchdown and a 2-point conversion because our defense is lacking. So we need to answer back now. Not the way to start it. We lose 1 on the ground. Play action, very next play, Mikey Keene stepping up in the pocket. He decides to go scramble, we're 1 yard short, so we decide to go and give it to Malik Sherrod, who is also 1 yard short. But us, we're not going to play, like wimps. We need to get these wins. So even though we're this far down, we're going for it on 4th down if we are close enough, and we manage to get so. Again, the Texas route works out wonders for us. We get a big gain there, and Sherrod once again finds the first down for us. Here, we just get it to the outside to Sharp from their corners and find a first down, plus some more. I had triangle wide open, I felt like, over there, but I did not throw it to him. I pressed the wrong button and threw it out, but it doesn't matter because Malik Sherrod on the very next play is going to get that corner out, and he is going to score a touchdown to tie up this ball game with 5.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. So we're getting real close. It's going to come down to which defense gives it up more as they throw it deep down and we break it up. 3rd and 8 would be great if we got the ball back there. Lot of space in our zone. We give it up there, unfortunately. And, it really sucks when we feel like we can hold them and I'm watching one guy, but I can't watch the other one. So they keep driving. I think I can get their running back there, but I'm unable to do so. I end up coming inside instead of going to the outside where I think he's going to break. But they lose 2 on that gain, and then gain 3 back. So now it's 3rd and 9 on the 26. They're still within field goal range. They manage to throw it down to the receiver, but he drops it. So they settle for a field goal to go up by 3. Best case scenario there at that point for us. Well, not best case scenario, but pretty good scenario for us. We decide to go for broke again and test the corner, who pretty much does us dirty, and find Moss on the very next play for a first down. We really love our drag routes. We really love our end arounds, our jet passes, our reverses. We are really successful with them. And we're taking advantage of what the defense can give us here. Texas routes as well. Finding Gilliam over the middle. He manages to break a tackle, get a couple extra yards going into New Mexico State territory. And we're just going to keep doing that. I made this mistake. I meant to throw it under. I instead lobbed it up, and we throw another interception. And we feel like that's going to be what's going to cost us this game, to be honest, because Mikey Keen's throwing it to the wrong receivers. I don't know why. I don't know why he, just lofted that up, but it is what it is. We got to make a stop here. We got to do something to get the ball back and, hopefully hold them to 3, stay within a touchdown. And we do manage to do so. They decide to go for it on 4th and 1, and you see our defense is right there. Turnover didn't matter. They decide to go for it instead of taking their points, and thankfully this one wasn't a safety, but we're struggling a little bit. We managed to find our running back, our backup running back, Arsenal, again on the outside. He gets a big first down. So now we're thinking we can cook. Mikey Keene stepping up, trying to get to that first down marker. He manages to do so. And we just barely managed to get it out there, I feel like. Our receiver drops the ball, but on the very next play, we hand it off to gain some yardage back, go for about 7, and going into the 4th quarter is 305, 2 touchdowns for Deuce Hogan. We have, 305 yards and 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions with Mikey Keene. Not the greatest stats in the world. 2 interceptions I really wish that we had back, but it's okay because we're still winning. We're still knocking on the end zone, and we're taking advantage. They're not paying attention to the unders, so we're looking to score here as we gain a couple there on the jet sweep. Mikey Keene looking. That was almost picked off by a lineman. Don't need that to happen again. And we really, really need to score. I thought about kicking a field goal here, but decide against it, and there's nobody open. So, made some big mistakes there. Trying to get into that backfield, we are unable to do so on 2nd and 16. So we're trying to do it again on 3rd and 15. Thankfully, they don't get anything. They have to punt the ball back to us, but it should be tied right now. We got just as aggressive as New Mexico State did, and it ended up costing us. It could end up costing us once again this game. But we're going to see what we can do here as we gain a big first down there halfway through the 4th quarter. Mikey Keene's looking to step up. He manages to gain about a yard. And we find Boast once again going the drag route. He gains another 6. So we're hopefully going to gain this first down. And on a field goal, we miss it again. This is so many mistakes by us that are going to end up costing in this game. 2 interceptions, 2 missed field goals, a stop on 4th down near the goal line. We've had every chance to, help ourselves here, and we have been unable to do so. But we do manage to stop them on 3rd down and break a tackle there. We try and cut it back, but our guy gets in the way. We thought we could break it back in and then go back to the outside, but are unable to do so. Getting it out to our tight end for a first down, going under 4 minutes, hand the ball off, see what the defense is willing to give us. Malik Sherrod, not in the game anymore. He, I believe, was out for the rest of the game with a bruised sternum, something like that. So Gilliam and Arsenal, we're doing fine with them. They're, you know, cooking. They're cooking. Look at Gilliam going right up the middle, attacking the defense. You know, we're taking what they give us. Screen up next. We need blocking. We go back to the outside. We gain another first down within the 16-yard line in the red zone and gain another 5 there. So now we're just kind of chewing clock. We want to be the last ones to score here as we hand it off to the outside, and we manage to get a touchdown off of it and a field goal extra point to go up by 4. So they need more than just an extra point. The ball is on our court now. Nothing there. 2nd and 6. New Mexico State. He manages to get the ball off but is unable to go anywhere. So now 3rd and 6. Our corner knocks it down. 4th and 6. This is for the game, and we get a sack. A big victory for Fresno State. Despite all of those turnovers, we will come back from this. We will be better. Malik Sherrod, 85 rushing yards on 19 rushing attempts and a touchdown. Mikey Keene, 390 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Like we said, Sherrod, 85. Jonathan Arsenault, 125 yards on 10 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Boost, 60 yards. Sherrod, 72 yards. Magdalena, 48 yards. You know, we're kind of cooking. We did have some linemen that allowed some sacks. Spomer and Nelson, we got to, you know, fix that up. And we had some pretty big sacks ourselves from Corey Foreman and Lightfoot and Bridges, along with some big tackles for loss. Missed 2 field goals. And we got a commit from Elijah Story. You know, that's our first commit of the season. That's somebody that we really needed in a big offensive lineman. We're just getting started. We do lose Webb and Sweet. I'm not too worried about Sweet. We do have another quarterback in there that I, am okay with keeping. But, you know, that's going to be it for us. Going into next week, ironically, against New Mexico instead of New Mexico State. We're going to see what we can do with what we have and, capitalize on our win, cut off the turnovers and see if we can get some better recruiting going. I would love to have one of the top classes. But if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, comment, like the video if you're new here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.